Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna tell you why I started a YouTube channel. In case you don't know me, my name is Mahmoud Audi, or Mahmoud, or Mahmoud if you would like to pronounce it in any other way. And I am a Palestinian who was born in Israel. I came to the UK in 2010, and ever since then I started a business, I started a family, and I am currently running a YouTube channel. Now, before YouTube, I used to be a writer. I used to write weekly columns in one of the newspapers I used to work for in Israel. It was a Palestinian newspaper. When I came to the UK, I started gradually focusing on life in the UK, getting to know things, how they operate, looking for a job unsuccessfully for several years, and then I started my own business and started a family. Now, my relationship with YouTube began a very long time ago as a person who was watching YouTube ever since the beginning. When YouTube started to become popular in the mid of the 2000s, I started to focus much more on watching YouTube videos rather than mainstream television. For me, the idea sounded very interesting, very appealing, and I started to find things that are very interesting bit by bit. With time, the thought of having a channel came across my head several times, but it wasn't something that I actively pursued up until several years back. I created a small channel and I shared a couple of clips with experiences that I had with with one of my previous cars. It was a modified stage 1 Audi RS7. And one of the videos almost had about 150,000 views, where I was going between 0 to 300 kilometers an hour in about half a minute. But saying that, that wasn't something that's obviously a passion, but generally I like things that are more meaningful and that reflect more values and helping, which led me to creating my current channel. Now, before I started posting videos on this channel, I actually posted one video, another car video, several years back, which I removed off the channel. But since I recently started posting videos, it began with a book that I started writing about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the prospect of a one-state solution. So I wrote a whole book, didn't publish it yet, but I thought I would start posting some videos about the book that I was actually working on and see how it goes from there. If I find a couple of interesting things, I'll post about them, etc. However, the main reason that I currently run, shoot, operate YouTube is simply to help you viewers out there. I'm sharing experiences that I had, experiences that I think about, subjects that are important to me that I think might be helpful, tips to do with mindfulness and meaningfulness, things to do with healthy lifestyles, fitness, business, entrepreneurship, day-to-day life matters, even things to do with kids. I have a lot of things in progress that I will be publishing as well, and primarily to help you viewers out there and share some of my experiences with you. When I started posting my first couple of videos about my book, I thought it would primarily revolve around the Israeli-Palestinian subject because, you know, you need to have a niche, you know, so many people tell you need to have a niche, you need to focus on one thing. But then again, I did not want to restrict myself to talking about specific subjects because my interests, my hobbies, my values are far greater than one certain subject. And although YouTube is full of videos that tell you that you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to focus on one thing and you need to focus on your crowd and you need to collaborate with such and such, all of these things, it's nice to read them, but at the end of the day, to me, the most important thing you should do when you do YouTube is completely be yourself. The biggest piece of advice that I got about YouTube and about having a YouTube channel is to completely be yourself. You're the unique part, you're the interesting person, and you are the one who knows what topics to talk about in the best manner possible, whether it comes to things that you like or things that interest you or things that you think might be beneficial to other people. So from my perspective, I obviously share my experience as a Palestinian who was growing up in Israel and facing all of these things in terms of identity, in terms of opportunities, how the countries run, your experience, etc. However, there are also many things that people can benefit from that I've done previously in my life, whether it's to do with starting your own business, focusing on physical and mental health, constantly improving yourself, setting goals and following them, all of these things. And if you can relate to someone, and if someone can find some value in what you do, if you're considering opening a YouTube channel, then the best thing is to simply put a camera in front of you and start recording. At the end of the day, nothing is gonna be completely perfect from the first time. It's a practice, it's something you need to constantly do, and it's a long marathon. In my opinion, the aim of anyone who's thinking of opening a YouTube channel is not the amount of likes, is not the amount of subs, is not to make money within a month. You know, people clickbait you 24/7 with, oh, how I made 1 million in the first 2 months or whatever it is. Okay, some people do that and that's great for them. And if that's your aim, you should, I don't know, probably go ahead with it. But if you're someone who's thinking about posting things that matter to them, and you don't want to specifically do it primarily for the likes and subs and financial gain, which by the way will most likely come if you produce content that's helpful for others, then just simply grab a camera, shoot what you intend to talk about, and don't think too much. There are many things in the way, obviously, that stop people from doing that. How am I gonna look like? What camera am I gonna use? What lighting do I have? Where am I gonna shoot it? What am I gonna talk about with the first video? What will look right? What will look wrong? What will people think? All of these things and fears and anxieties that you should really and truly put aside. And let me give you an example of what I did. I deliberately haven't perfected specific things just to publish them and to get over the fact that things that you actually publish can be imperfect. That's absolutely fine. I talk about controversial topics, so you might have people getting upset maybe over what you say in a non-offensive way. I always obviously try and be as mindful, as thoughtful as possible, because I never intend to offend anyone. But hey, you know, when you talk about sensitive subjects, someone will not like something, and my purpose isn't to please anyone. It's to provoke a thought, really, like I state on my YouTube channel banner, and get over that hurdle of what you think people might think of what you're saying, the repercussions, the failures, or how you will be perceived. It's really important to do a couple of things where you think, do you know what, I haven't perfected it, but it's a process. At the end of the day, producing content is about learning, and you need to do these things within your capability, your resources, and your time. All of these things are unique to you. If you want to go and mimic 100% of what another person did and, you know, completely be engulfed by only content and looking to do what other people do only, yeah, you might get a couple of things, but you will not get that sense of absolute fulfillment when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to producing content. Like, again, with me, for example, the main thing that I think about is producing content that can somewhere along the lines help someone with something. If I helped someone be a little bit more productive, talk about a subject that they were scared about talking, having a confrontation that they had to do, ditching something for something better, whatever it is, if you help someone go through something and give them a good piece of advice, then at the end of the day, that's a great thing. And that gives me comfort and that gives me fulfillment. If you think for 1 second that everyone will be liking what you say, then you're completely deluded. Even if you try and please everyone, even if you try and produce content and get sucked into what's acceptable and what's trending and what's not trending and all of these things, you will have people at the end of the day who will not like your content and who will diss you and who will troll you and all of these things. So dismiss yourself from that, and if you do want to start a YouTube channel, be your own self. That's the best tip I can give anyone. Be yourself and start recording, and that is it. I thought I'd share this with you guys because I haven't really spoken about the motives behind my channel. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, let me know your thoughts, and I'll hopefully see you soon in another video. Take care.